going through the version 14.3 update in 5.5 minutes. There are now muscular shirtless men in the battle cats. What a revolutionary update. Ponos really knows what the fans want. I've never heard of this show before, but maybe I'll give it a try. Never mind. Anyway, there are 5 new Ubers who are all characters from the show, and this unholy abomination. They didn't make all the Ubers complete garbage this time, isn't that nice? This guy's pretty bad, but his explosion immune niche might make him worth it, and these 2 are your standard backliner units. This guy is actually one of the best anti-Akus in the game so far. Who needs surge immunity when you're basically a walking tank who can kill everything in one punch? And this creature can deal with metals very effectively thanks to his Omni, Weaken, and Metal Killer. We get more Labyrinth units too. Overall, a massive W, but Ponos is probably going to make us wait years for it. The new true form for Vega is so lame. I mean, she's still really good. In her true form, her DPS goes to 7,200 if the enemies are in that sweet spot, and her generalist performance is even better now. But all they did was just slap on some stat buffs and Z-kill. They could have been more creative, but maybe they didn't want to create a serious level unit. At least the cost is cheap so anyone can get it. Vigler gets a whole assortment of various minor buffs that just make him better in all the aspects he was lacking in previously. He won't whiff his attacks as much, he can pierce farther with his higher wave level, and now he can counter Old Stretch. Yeah, this doesn't change the fact that he's still not worth the 15 dart cat size, although I'm sure the Vigler fans are happy. You can just call version 14.3 the men update at this point. Talents for Lilin are lame, so I guess we're going back to the trend of lame talents now. KG also becomes a Socrates counter with Ultra Talents, since he targets floating and has freeze immunity, but just get Cosmo Ultra form instead. New Lost drop, by the way. Sadly, it looks like he's going to be an event enemy, and with how Ziel is turning out so far, I don't think we're going to be seeing him for a long time. But if you want to deal with him, just use Cowlight, Jetpack, or Soap. And about the new Ziel subchapter, they actually gave it a gimmick this time. The first 3 stages and the last 3 all share the same lineup of enemies and play similarly, with each stage changing up the variants. The stages in a group seem to be themed around SOL, UL, and Zero respectively, and let's just be thankful they didn't include him. I'd rather have the stages be disappointingly easy instead of pain-inducing. I'm sad they didn't add event enemies, it would have fit so well with the ZL themed stages. Moving on to the new Coliseum. Do you know what its gimmick of 100 times cat cannon damage means? Each shot does 455,000 damage. The obligatory Coliseum Razorback stage? Who cares? The stupid oppressive enemy spam? Who cares? Hazuku? Who cares? Puffington? Who cares? Fallen Bear, Aki, Akugori, and Chick-fil-A? Too bad they all get one shot after the shields go down. Just bring some combos and you can kill everything. Incredible stage design. All the enemies spawn in spaced out waves for each stage, allowing you to annihilate each wave as soon as it comes in and just stall until your cannon recharges for the next wave, so you can blast away to your heart's content. And who could forget the new talent orbs? This is actually a really unique idea that I like a lot, and I'm glad that Ponos is willing to do interesting stuff like this. I still hate that talent orbs cost NP to de-equip, but they're never going to change that anyway. It seems like these are obtained through dojo challenges, which is hopefully going to be more fun than gauntlets. The fact that having 2 S-rank resist wave or resist knockback orbs on a unit, or combining an S-rank resist orb with a resist talent can give full wave or KB immunity to a unit is hilarious. Ultra talented Ubers, Jiangxi, Balrog, or hell, even Papa Luga can be wave immune. And you can make Ramen or Juliet KB immune if you want to, even though KB resist as a talent sometimes just makes cats worse. And you'd have to sacrifice increased resist against angels for Ramen. Should you use these orbs? No. But it's unique and it's cool. Peak update, am I right? Now, Death Surge. This is definitely for the crowd controllers. Talent orbs aren't good on CC units because what stats are you even buffing? But now you can give every second unit a guaranteed AoE crowd control effect, and you aren't even taking away an important orb slot, because you're not going to use any other orb anyway. Giving this to the spammable CC units will create hell on earth for the enemies. Giving this to the single targets like Necro or Thama might challenge other niches by giving a pseudo area attack. And giving this to freeze units like iCat, Seafarer, or Juliet could create a game-changing freeze mini-surge when you need it. Don't even think of using this on most attackers, because you'll be wasting valuable orb slots and the damage is low anyway. Cost return is also pretty good. It effectively reduces cost by 25%, so units like Cyborg and Jiangxi now essentially cost 675 and 180 respectively. It's obviously only worth it on generalists, so Can, Fencer, Balrog, and possibly Housewife will benefit. Although since the unit has to die to get the bonus, it's less effective on expensive backliners like Cyber. And finally, there's Stories of Legend buff and Colossus Slayer. I don't know why you would ever want to buff your unit's stats on SOL, it's easy even on 1, 3, and 4 star anyway. Since talent orbs cost NP to switch out, once you pass SOL, you'll need to pay your dues. It's just not worth it. Colossus Slayer is promising. If it stacks with the pre-existing Colossus Slayer ability, then this will be good on units like Cosmo and Last Boss. If not, then maybe you can use it if you're really desperate for ability orbs or that one Dark Cat Side reward at the end. And that concludes the version 14.3 update. Hope you enjoyed.